everyone, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Destinies. Just an FYI, I'm slowly getting out of something that I caught really badly a week ago. So if I happen to sound really funny with how I'm saying or reading out a character in a voice, just say it's just probably the allergies or whatever I caught last week that's talking. So I'll see if I can get through this, otherwise, I'll probably have to not record the next video for until I recover. Anyway, we were in the middle of talking to Robin about the video of the trial or something like that. Something like that. We'll figure that out because it's kind of been a while. Could you tell us about what you were doing on the night of the murder?
Finishing a statue! I was on the stage until the last bell. That's right, you made the statues of Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Gavin, didn't you? Oh, yes I did. Both of them.
This is just a formality, but can you prove you were making the statues at the time? Can I prove it?! You think I'm a killer now?! No, that's not what I meant.
Both Hugh and Robin were still at school after 7 p.m., but neither of them can prove exactly what they were doing. Could one of them really have murdered Professor Court?
No!
Have there been any problems now that everyone knows you're a girl? No worries there. I discussed the matter with Professor Court some time ago. I told her I wanted to let everyone know I was really a girl. And just today, I found out that she spoke with the school administration on my behalf.
Wow, they must really like you.
I know, right? But now I can finally be myself here at school. I don't have to hide the fact that I'm a girl. I love girly clothes. That's why, Athena, I simply must have this, and this by any possible means. What? But this is evidence we need for the trial. Sorry, but no can do. Aw, don't be a party pooper, Athena. Come on, please. Pretty please?
Wait, what? Classic end justifies the means style.
Oh, darn it. Anyway, thank you again, Athena. Thank you for revealing who I really am. I wanted everyone to know before the snitch found out.
The snitch? Sounds like a new lead.
There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do, our activities, our relationships, our interests, and reporting it all to one of the professors.
But why would anyone do that?
Officially, I heard it's to seek out misconduct among the student body. But rumor has it, grades were being bought and sold through the surveillance network.
That's bribery! The situation at Themis Legal Academy is worse than I thought.
Well, all of this is important stuff. I still want to ask you about that thing in the art room. I'll have to present some evidence to show her what I'm talking about, though.
Ugh. Yeah, again, I feel like crap. I believe it's this one I have to show?
Robin, I just remembered something I wanted to ask you. This photo shows a piece of art on the table. Do you know what it is?
Whoa! Look at that unique artistic sense! That has to be one of Professor Court's creations, man!
Professor Court's artistic sense? Ba-doom. Professor Court's artistic sense. That's a tough one. I say it's avant-garde and very eclectic. In other words, it's weird and all over the place. Come to think of it, that strange-looking painting in the art room was one of Professor Court's works, wasn't it? The statue in that photo was originally a statue of Lady Justice.
Lady Justice?
Professor Court had planned on placing it on the judge's bench in the lecture hall. But the day before the mock trial, it broke while she was polishing it. She said she'd take it back to the art room and try to fix it somehow. So, this is a statue in its proper state? You bet! Just look at that wild silhouette! Wow, It's so C-U-T-E! I don't get it. You have to be an artist to appreciate stuff like this?
You should present it to Phoenix Wright. Athena, the Lady Justice that you put back together on that stage.
Oh right, I didn't realize before because it was in pieces, but before it was smashed. Maybe it didn't look like Lady Justice, but more like it does in the photo. But what in the world was it doing on the stage?
It's a mystery. Well, I think that about covers it.
Okay, then how about watching the mock trial video with me? What do you say? Sure, sounds good to me. So how do you want to watch it? All classroom desks at the school have their own built-in computer, you know.
Wow, this place is definitely a lot cushier than I thought.
I know you guys are in a hurry, so I'll just fast forward to the important parts. Let's start with the professor's pre-trial speech.
Oh boy. Good afternoon. I would like to start by thanking you for coming here today.
Oh, that sounds like Professor Means.
The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival, will begin shortly. Is the camera like this the whole time?
Yeah, it's in a fixed position in front of the stage.
When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come. How come teachers' speeches always make me so sleepy?
Let's just skip to the end of the speech.
Now let the mock trial begin.
Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junior so large in this shot?
Looks to me she just cut right in front of the camera.
Juniper was also in charge of the audio. Even though she was already playing a part in the mock trial itself? She had to do it to keep the script details secret. She was all over the place that day. When she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music. Ooh, so this is what the lecture hall looks like.
Looks like there's a judge bench by the screen and a witness stand up front. What about these balconies with the professors' names on them?
These are the faculty seats. Professor Means and Professor Court were in charge of scoring the mock trial. Okay, let's fast forward this a bit.
And that's why the defendant is... Oh wait, who is this? And that's why the defendant is definitely guilty!
Ah, that was me! Could you tell?
Objection! A frail co-ed used her bare hands to stab a professor with an arrow? I don't think so.
You read that line in the mock trial, Paul, but you made it sound kind of weird.
Cut me some slack. It was my first time reading that script.
I think Juniper's going to speak next. I didn't do it. I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true I shouted, "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it.
Wow, what an emotional performance. She put a real actress to shame. And putting me in shame.
Wait, could you go back and play that scene again?
You really think that's necessary? Yes!
I didn't do it! I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true I shouted, "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it. Stop! Did you hear that?
I think you're onto something. Let's play that last part again.
I don't follow. What are you guys so excited about? I think this piece of evidence should explain it. Time to show Robin a piece of evidence that links the line we just heard in the case.
The tape recorder.
Take that! I'm sure you remember this. It contains a female voice shouting a violent threat. I'll play it for you. You're a goner! The voices in the performance do sound similar, but I can't believe this is happening. It's just a possibility, but if the voice on this tape is really a recording, one made from the mock trial video, then that means the evidence was fabricated.
They didn't get to do the voice analysis in time for court today. That's why the gender of the voice became so important. And if the real killer had foreseen that gender would become key in today's trial, he would have tried to deflect attention away from himself by making the suspect female. So basically, the only one with something to gain from doing this is our sole male suspect.
Wait a second. No! Where? Excuse me. No way!
Professor means credo is the end justifies the means, so it makes perfect sense that a student who took those words to heart would fabricate evidence. We need to get that tape analyzed as soon as possible. Ah, Hugh, you're in a lot of water. Deep water. Allow me to assist you with that. Hello, Clavy.
Prosecutor Galvin, at least make some kind of noise when we know you're there.
It's go big or go home with Rockstar entrances, Fraulein. Timing is everything. Let me make a copy of that tape right now, and I'll get you the results as soon as I can. I trust that would be alright?
Very much so, thanks!
So long, sexy, who got shoehorned into this case and didn't really do anything. Well, Athena, it's almost sundown. Isn't it about time we head over to the detention center?
I think Junie will agree that this is something that could prove her innocence, but will her heart really be open to accepting it? She had to have known this was what I'd find.
Oh, boy.
And that about covers the main gist of our investigation.
I see. Very interesting. You've been quite the busy beaver today.
Thank you for all your hard work, Athena. Well, my time's about up, and it will be getting dark soon, so... Junie! You must be tired after being on your feet all day. You should go home and... No, wait! You have to listen to me! I don't want to hear any more. I know what you're going to say, Athena. Junie, you promised. We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery, and we're going to bring you solid evidence showing just what that truth is. If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Okay, but only if it's the real truth. So please just listen to what I have to say. Once you've heard me out, I'll let you decide what to do. The voice in this recording has been proven to be yours, Junie. And in the mock trial video, we can hear you reading your line from the script. We're having both of them analyzed now, but from what I can tell, the voices are the same. And the only one who'd benefit from faking the voice recording would be Hugh. But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, Hugh confessed in order to protect me. This may sound strange, but his confession is a ploy to make himself look like suspicious. In other words, he was just pretending to protect you. Besides, his confession came after you and Robin had already confessed. If he hadn't confessed right then as well, wouldn't that have seemed a little suspicious? Say what you will, Athena, but none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. Hugh is a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble.
Uh-oh. Wait, Athena. My bracelet reacted just now.
It did? But why? Junie, can you look at me in the eye and repeat what you just said? Oh, none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. Hugh is a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble.
Now I'm sure of it. She's lying. It is really quickly. Basically she started to breathe a bit, and I know a lot of people actually had trouble with this because I've had people ask me where the heck where they're supposed to perceive, but it's gonna be around here somewhere. There we go, you see that? Though it's kinda awkward that we have to perceive her, yeah. Like, Apollo, where are you looking? Juniper, you start coughing when you're under stress. You can't hide it from me, no matter how hard you try. When you said, and never causes trouble. A cough escaped and made your scarf flutter. As for why you were stressed, it's because you were lying.
Junie, you're trying to hide Hugh's connection to this case, aren't you? And I believe that also ties into a secret about yourself. A secret? About me? I don't understand.
I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore.
What? Why?
Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is.
He ended their friendship after he found out about Junie's secret, which means Hugh must have felt betrayed by Junie, making her the snitch. You were Professor Court's snitch, weren't you? There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they are watching everything we do, our activities, our relationships, our interest, and reporting it all to one of the professors. And while fulfilling that role, you learned something about Hugh you'd rather forget. I don't know what you're talking about. Junie, please, stop hiding things from me. I hate having to force things out of you like this.
Looks like we're going to have to do this the hard way. Time to review the evidence and see if I can prove my hypothesis. I must have something that proves Junie the snitch and Hugh's connection to the case. I believe it's Court's planner?
Right here in Professor Court's planner, it says routine report. I believe this meant to mean when the snitch would report to Professor Court. I also believe Professor Court planned to meet Hugh in private based on the snitch's info. And from their meeting, Hugh must have put 2 and 2 together and figured out your secret. So you see, it all makes sense, only if you're the snitch, Junie.
Oh, that came out bad, I'm sorry.
Forgive me. Forgive me, Thana. I've been lying to you this whole time. The truth is, I suspected Hugh from the start. You did?
Now this is surprising.
I'm so sorry. I've talked about friendship so much, but I've been such a terrible friend.
Juniper, I don't have that special kind of hearing that Athena does, but I don't need it to sense the pain you're feeling inside. And its intensity is directly proportional to how you feel about your friend. Am I right? God, this song.
Apollo. Please, Junie, tell me why you suspected Hugh. I have a feeling that will be the key to getting to the bottom of this whole case. What exactly was your role as this class snitch? Professor Court had told me how Academy alumni had strayed from the path of justice.
The dark age of the law, huh?
She didn't want any more of our students going astray like that. But few others at the Academy shared her view.
I thought her ideas were beautiful, though sad and unrealistic.
She asked you to be her eyes and ears, didn't she? I used to report to her once a month about any wrongdoings I'd seen or heard about.
And that report session in your planner, the one from October 22nd, was it part of that?
Yes. That's when I reported Hugh to Professor Court. She snitched on her own friend? I had accidentally overheard Hugh talking.
What did you hear?
He was talking to someone on the phone. I think it was one of his parents.
What were they talking about?
Something about having paid money for good test scores. I only overheard him talking, so I never did find out who the money was going to. What? That's bribery! Hugh was buying his way through school? And if that's the case, Then that evidence that always seemed out of place might actually be his secret.
Take that!
We found this while we were investigating the stage. It's got Hugh's name on it. I don't know what the number meant at the time, but now that I'm hearing about bribes,
It must mean that a bribe of 120 grand was to be paid in October.
what's more, take a look at this mark. It's the same mark. That same mark is on the pages of Professor Court's planner.
Hey, you're right.
Wait, but why would Professor Court have that kind of information in her planner? You don't really think the person who was taking the bribe money was... It's just a possibility at this point, but it may indeed have been Professor Court. But...
That's impossible. She'd be the last person I ever suspect of accepting bribes.
Like I said, it's just a possibility, but a rather good one. Maybe their private talk had to do with the possibility of the bribery being exposed. And what started out as a little argument soon got out of hand.
It's not your fault, Junie. Anybody would have suspected you if they knew what you knew.
No! I don't believe that alone would have driven him to murder. That's another reason why I suspected Hugh. There's another reason why I suspected Hugh.
You've got to be kidding me.
There's another reason?
The song.
I saw Hugh around 7 p.m. the day before the mock trial. Oh, so she finally is ready to talk about that. When I saw him, his... Oh, Dana! Junie, are you alright? Just trying to relax and tell me what happened.
We'll tell you in a cutscene.
I never wanted to see what I did, but I'll have to live with it, won't I? In that hallway, Hugh's hands... His hands were dripping with blood.
His hands were dripping with blood. What? But why? What am I going to do? Deep down, I know Hugh can't be the killer. But my mind keeps telling me he is. No matter how hard I try to convince myself he isn't. Oh, what am I going to do? Hugh, he's... I can't take this anymore. Thana! So she hid the fact that she had seen Hugh and said she went home at 6 because she wanted to avoid talking about what she saw. Junie, it must have been terrible holding all of that in. But it's going to be okay. I'll get to the bottom of this. And that's my promise from one good friend to another. I'll be defending Juniper tomorrow. If that's okay with you, Professor Means.
My main concern is whether you can defeat that prosecutor. But I won't try to stop you. I will be watching from the gallery. And shall look forward to seeing what sort of results your methods can produce. I'm gonna punch you in the face. Good luck tomorrow. Now, if you would excuse me.
Thana, I'm so sorry. I really mean it. I wish I had trusted you from the start. You have to uncover the truth tomorrow. I know you can do it.
Don't worry, we already know that the prosecution's key piece of evidence is a fake. And thanks to you, we figured out the motive too. Let's give this our best shot, Athena. Let tomorrow be the day Juniper walks free.
I wouldn't have it any other way. We should all be ready. We should be all ready now. What could possibly go wrong this time?
Oh, don't say that, you're gonna jinx it. Actually, I think this is the end. Nope.
Still. There's a strange, uneasy feeling I can't shake. I better be imagining it.
And we are done! Whoa! Not even overtimed! Although there's not enough time to actually go right into the trial, so we're gonna stop it here. Thank you for listening. I am so sorry if I sound really off today. But, yeah. I'm still recovering. So, I'll see you guys in the next video, because, yeah. And if you guys like what I'm doing, please comment, subscribe, and like the video. See you guys then.